Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Lisa, your art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. How is everyone doing on this beautiful Tuesday morning? It's a little nippy out this morning, but it's good sweater weather. That's my favorite time of year. Just cold that you just gotta have a little sweater on to keep warm, and then towards the rest of the day it's warm and beautiful and you can take your sweater off. Then you gotta start putting it back on towards the end of the day. It gets a little cooler. But it's also a great time for apple picking and pumpkin picking. And guess what's right around the corner? Halloween! Yay! I love Halloween. That was one of my favorite times for decorating. I would have ghosts flying from my windows in my house. I would have skeletons coming out from the ground. I used to love Halloween. But now my kids are grown and it's no fun anymore. Maybe I'll decorate the school. Well, anyway, today we are going to be working with our colors. It's been a while and I don't want you to forget how to mix the colors and create new colors. So we're going to be working only with our primary colors. And I know you remember what primary colors are, but you know what? Let's review them anyway. So our primary colors are... Here's my color wheel. I have both primary and secondary colors. But our primary colors are the colors that make all the colors in the rainbow. So can you remember? Did you say yellow? Yes, yellow is one of the primary colors. How about blue? Blue is another primary color. And our last one is red. Red is the last primary color. So we are going to mix sets of primary colors to create new colors. That's all we're doing today. We're preparing our paper for the next stage, which we're going to do next week while our paper is drying. So get on your smocks and get ready to make a mess, okay? Now, the first thing you need to do is cover your table, because you don't want to make a mess and you don't want anybody at home, if you're at home working, getting mad at you, and you don't want Miss Dawn or Miss Christine having to clean up a big mess. So let's cover the table to be safe. You're each going to get three 12 by 18 sheets of white paper. Why is that? Because we're going to create 3 secondary colors. Secondary colors. So I'm going to mix my primary colors to get a secondary color. Wonder how that works. Well, let's look. We are going to mix the blue primary color with yellow to create the green. Blue and yellow will make green. So we've got blue, yellow, and we're going to make green. That's magic. Then we're going to have yellow and red, yellow and red, and we are going to make orange. I love oranges. And the last color, we are going to mix our red with our blue to make purple. Okay? Primary colors mixed together to make secondary colors. I'll keep going over it, so don't worry, you don't have to try to remember. So we'll have 3 sheets of paper, and we're going to prepare the paper with our paint. Use tempera paint, finger paint, something that's washable, easy to clean up. Watercolor may not work as well, but if you have watercolor, that's okay. It's just that it's a big sheet of paper. If you have a big brush, it'll go a lot faster. So what we're going to do is prep our paper, because next week, when it's dry, we are going to create these crazy kooky pumpkin patches that I have behind me. All right? And we're going to use the paper that we create to create that pumpkin patch. And we'll put them all through the school if you'd like, because they really are kooky and funny, and it'll make everybody laugh. Because you know what? Did you ever go to a pumpkin patch and you notice all the beautiful round pumpkins or the oval-shaped pumpkins? Perfect. And then there's those other ones over in the corner. Maybe he's not so round or he's not so oval. But you know what? They're the most interesting pumpkins I see in that patch. And those are the ones I always go and pick up and take home, because they're beautiful. So why not? So let's get ready to prepare our paper to get ready for our next project, okay? So the first thing we need is something to mix our colors in. So I'm going to get these little styrofoam bowls. A couple of reasons. I can wash this out and reuse it. I'm not ruining anything at home. And that's a good reason enough, right? I'm going to use this paintbrush here. It's kind of low, full and wide, so I could cover a lot of area on the paper. And lastly, we could use a little water just to make sure we clean our brush in between. So now, the first thing I want to make is I want to make the orange for a pumpkin, all right? So what two colors can I use to create orange? Did you say yellow? Yellow, yellow. Here we go. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of yellow into my bowl. Alrighty? Now I'm starting with yellow. Do you know why I'm starting with yellow? Because red is such a strong color that if I poured this much red into the bowl, I would have to use almost that whole bottle of yellow to make it orange because red is so strong. So now when I add my red, I'm going to start with a dot, just a dot. And you know what I like about this? When we're done, we're all going to have different values of orange. Do you know what that means? Different values of orange, meaning some are going to make a light orange, and some of you are going to make a very dark orange, and some of you are going to make an orange that's in between the two of those. And that's going to make our patch look even more beautiful and more unique. Because what's so good about everything looking the same? Everything the same, the same. We don't want the same. We want different. So now let's make a little dot of red. Because I don't know what kind of orange I'm going to have now. I don't know which kind of orange I'm going for. Then I'm going to take my paintbrush to mix it, okay? So I'm going to bring this down a little bit so you can see a little better. There we go. All right, so I have my two colors in the bowl. I have my yellow and I have my red. So now I'm going to just swish it around with my paintbrush until I get a color that I like or a value of orange that I like. And this is a beautiful color that's coming out right now. Oh my God, it looks just like the pumpkin patch. Look at that. That rich, beautiful orange. So this is a little bit darker than I made yesterday, but I like this. I like this orange. Okay, so now I've mixed my two colors, my yellow and my red, and I'm going to get ready. I have to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. That always helps. See, much better. And I'm going to let you see what I'm doing on my table. Remember, I've covered my table with protective paper first. I have my 12 by 18 and I'm going to paint it. Now, watch how I paint this. I don't want to go perfect. I want to go back and forth. You see all these crazy lines I'm creating? That's what we want. We don't want a smooth finish. We want all these crazy lines because this is going to add texture to our pumpkins when we make them on the patch, okay? It's the illusion of texture. So I just want to go back and forth here, make this texturous looking brush strokes. Look how nice that's looking. Isn't that much more interesting than just a flat piece of orange painted paper? Great strokes back and forth. Some areas are darker. See how dark that is? And some are going to stay lighter because you know what? That's what I like. And don't worry about the white. If the white's peeking through, you can leave it like that because that's really cool and interesting too. So you go ahead and you paint your paper and I'll be right back. I'm going to hang mine up when it's ready to dry and I'm going to start the next color. So I'm going to pause this so you can go and paint your paper and I'll be right back. Okay, how did you do? Did you finish your orange color? Did you mix yellow and red to create your orange? Very good. This one's mine. Can you see all the textures that I made with my brush? I think it came out pretty beautiful. So I'm going to put this on the side to dry. And we're going to get started with our next color. So I have my fresh piece of 12 by 18 paper. And I'm using another bowl to start creating the color green. We're going to make green now. So the two colors that we need to mix to make green are yellow and blue. That will make green. Now, do you remember what I said about blue? Blue is a very strong color. So I'm going to start with the yellow in my bowl, okay? So let's pour some yellow paint in our bowl. And remember, when we put the blue in, start with just a drop until you get the color you want. Now, for the project that we're making, a lime green really makes our pumpkins pop. What do I mean by pop? It doesn't get lost in the picture. The lime green is a very strong color. If you could see the picture behind me, it stands out. It really brings life to the dark purple or the orange that we're creating, and it's a very complementary color to both the orange and the purple. So lime green means less blue, more yellow. So I'm going to start with the smallest dot of blue I can, okay? Because this is such a strong color. Oh, see that? I might have to add more, but we'll see. So I just want to bring the screen down just a tiny bit so you can watch me mix, okay? Here's the yellow with that tiny dot of blue. And I'm going to mix with my brush because I washed my brush in between. Don't forget to wash the brush. Okay. Oh, this is beautiful. Scrape that off. I love this color. This is so beautiful. Lime green. It's a very light green. And I think this is perfect. What do you think? Okay. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to paint another sheet of paper using the lime green. Make sure your table's covered. You have a fresh piece of 12 by 18 white paper. And it's time to paint away. Come on down and watch. Remember, we want texture. Look at that. Oh, and look at how the yellow and green, the yellow and the blue, are shining through. You can see the darker green and the yellows coming through. This is really beautiful. I love this. I love color. I love, love, love color. And I love Halloween. And I can't wait till we make our pumpkin patch next week, when our papers are ready and we can rumble. Look at that. Have fun mixing the colors too. You might, if you want to put a dark color, darker green, go ahead. I'm not dictating to you what you could do or what colors to choose. I just like the lime green against the purple and the orange. It's very, like I said, very complementary. You had some darker strokes, some lighter strokes. Okay. So you go ahead and paint yours, and I'll be back in a moment, okay? I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm back, and here's how mine came out. Can you see all the different strokes of my brush that created texture? I'm not sure if it's coming out as lime green as it is in my end. Sometimes it doesn't come out the same over the computer, but let me tell you, this is one gorgeous lime green. And I can't wait to make my pumpkins next week. So I'm going to hang this one up to dry. Okay, excuse me. And I'm going to get a fresh piece of 12 by 18 paper. I'm going to place it on my table. Make sure your table's protected. And we're going to start mixing our last color. And that color is purple. Now, remember I said that the blue is very strong. So we are going to start with red in our bowl. Alrighty? So, these are both strong colors, so let's start out with a little bit of red. Because we might have to adjust this as we go. Maybe a lot. We'll put a lot of red in. See, I have a lot of red. And now, I'm going to start with just a drop of blue and see what kind of purple we get from that, okay? So let me just bring this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. A little bit. But here's the red. I got that drop of blue. Because the purple I want to achieve, I don't know yet. I might want a light purple. I might want a dark purple. Oh, I have 2 bowls here. Sorry. Okay. So let's mix away. Okay, that looks like a very dark red. So you know what that means? That means we need to add more blue, okay? So I'm going to add another dot of blue. And I'm going to mix away. Okay, now it's starting to create that purple. I'm not liking it at all. It's mucky. So I need more blue. So you know what that means? Which was the much stronger color out of these 2? It was the blue. The blue was the it was the red. The red was the stronger this time, whereas the blue was the stronger when we mixed it with the yellow. Ugh, ooh, it's coming out. I'm starting to see purple. Okay, so when you mix your red and blue, start with blue and add a little red at a time. I did it the reverse way because I want you to understand that although blue is a stronger color when I mix it with yellow, it's the weaker color when I mix it with red. All right, I'm getting a purple, not crazy about it yet, so I'm going to add just a little bit more blue. And I think that might do it. Boy, this was harder than the other 2 colors, wasn't it? So I'm going to try a little bit more and see if I get that purple. Ooh, I think I got it. I think I got the purple I wanted. Yeah, that's my Halloween purple. That's the Halloween purple I was looking for. Can you see it? Okay, so you know what this means? Time to paint the paper. That's a tongue twister. So let's bring you down so you can see what I'm doing. Don't forget I got my helping hand. Oh, I got an itch. Okay, perfect. Whoops. Okay, let's paint the purple. Almost looks black, right? But it's not. Oh my God, look how beautiful. Look at these great shades of purple, all the different values, and the red shining through. I'm loving purple. We're going to make a purple pumpkin too. We're going to have an orange pumpkin, we're going to have a purple pumpkin, and we're going to use that beautiful lime green color to add all our beautiful details to our pumpkins in the patch. Now, I'm not going to the edge of the paper, but feel free to go all the way to the edge of the paper. I don't think I need to because I'll use the center for my pumpkin when I cut him out, and that will be perfect. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I really wish that you could see how beautiful this is. I mean, I know you could see it, but I don't know if you could see just how beautiful these colors are. I love it. Makes me very happy. I can't pick it up. Here we go. So here are all my different values of purple. I hope it doesn't look black at your end because this is much richer. It's got such vibrant colors in between. Beautiful lavender color, really dark plum color. Really, really beautiful. So you go ahead, you have fun, Go paint your purple paper, and I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go hang mine up to dry, okay? I'll be right back. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I hope your colors came out beautiful. I wish I could see all your work. I don't get to see anything, but I hope you're enjoying what you're doing. So today we mixed colors. We mixed our primary colors to create our secondary colors. Next week, we're going to create our kooky pumpkin patch, different from any other pumpkin patch. More fun, more interesting, much more exciting. And we're going to use our own painted paper. Because you know what? Back in the day, long time ago, all these famous artists, there was no colored construction paper. They had to create their own colored papers by painting, just like what we did today. So that's why we're going to have all different colored pumpkins, because what I painted orange might be a different value of the orange you painted, and so on. So I can't wait to make our pumpkins next week. So let's just review what we did today with our colors and mixing, okay? So we started with our primary colors. Remember what the primary colors were. Yellow. Yellow is a primary color. Blue. Blue is a primary color. And red. Red is a primary color. So we mixed together two primary colors to create one secondary color. We mixed yellow and we mixed red, and that gave us orange, and orange is the secondary color. Those are the colors that we're going to use for our pumpkins. We mixed yellow with blue, and we got that beautiful lime green. And last we mixed our red with our blue, and we got our purple. And remember, out of these two colors, who was the stronger color? Was it that blue, or was it the red? Red was much stronger than blue. So remember, when you're mixing these two, start with the blue and slowly add the red. And you'll do that as you practice. You can mix slowly, look at the different values you create, and just have fun. And that's it for today. So, until we meet again, which will be next week, our papers will be dry, our colors will be created, and it's time to cut and paste and create our kooky pumpkin patch. All right, guys? Have a good week. Be good. Stay safe. Always keep art in your life. I miss you, and I'll see you next week. Ciao for now from Miss Lisa's Table of Art.